Last year, News 5 told you about two Jewish temples in Beechwood merging, which forced one group to move away from their location.
Well, now a gift from that vacated temple has landed in brand new hands. And I went to Cleveland Heights to learn about a church's plan to revive a piece of local history.
So what do we have here?
Inside the Church of the Saviour in Cleveland Heights,
about 2,000 pipes lay in all of these crates here.
Don Vercouwen
It's almost like a dog whistle.
holds the building blocks
So this is supposed to imitate more of a trumpet.
of an instrument.
My mom tells the story that when I was growing up in Appleton, Wisconsin, the only time I was quiet in church was when the organ was playing.
He, as director of music and organist at this Methodist church, has come to deeply respect.
It's loud and joyous, and it also is soft and prays with us.
It was bittersweet.
The very parts of the pipe organ that Eric Silver grew up listening to as a lifelong member at Anshe Chesed Fairmount Temple.
Probably everybody wishes that the congregation could have continued on the same path it had been on for, many, many decades.
Before it merged with another Jewish institution and moved last summer.
But life is such that wasn't in the cards.
Eric and others didn't want their consolidation to silence the organ.
I was consecrated in that space.
Heard for more than half a century in the happiest and difficult of times.
My father's funeral took place in that space. And as I was kind of reminiscing about those really important events, I was drawn to the organ. And I was thinking about the role that the organ played in creating the background music and helping people reach spirituality. I realized that organ, it should find a new home.
Eric's efforts led to Austin Organs, Inc. While the manufacturing company is based in Connecticut, it had a relationship with Don and reached out to see if there was interest in the instrument.
All done by hand. And come to find out, it is actually an Austin organ, the same company that built ours here in 1928, but instead built in 1954.
As fate would have it,
an organ that served a different tradition, coming into a new home and breathing new life is fantastic.
The organ would land just a few miles down the road. A surprise interfaith collaboration that Eric only learned about after seeing photos of it being taken apart pop up on Facebook.
Feels great knowing that organ was saved from the wrecking ball, and it will continue to provide comfort and spirituality long into the future.
The organ will become the church's second,
and then more of the organ is going to go behind into these side chambers,
placed in the rear balcony of the sanctuary.
Having an instrument in the back that can support a choir and singing and other instrumentalists allows just for a really flexible space musically.
A project that involves restoring the pipes and building a custom airbox.
So this is the great division of the organs.
And chambers.
So while music might be an art, putting this together is a science.
Yeah, absolutely.
To revive the sounds heard when it was inside the temple.
It will be immediately recognizable by anybody who comes to hear it.
While it's not known when the organ will debut, Don is dreaming of a musical score that honors the organ's past and future.
I truly hope that this fosters some sort of great community relationship between the Jewish community and here at Church of the Saviour.
I would love if that happened. Bringing people together for good feelings and enjoyment and spirituality, that can only help. That can only make everybody's life richer.
And Tara, Don told me that restoration project is going to cost more than $600,000. They have a fundraising plan in the works, and they're hoping to get some community buy-in and some help to make it all come back to life again.
Doesn't look like an easy feat for sure.
No, more than 2,000 pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of man hours are going to go into that.
Wow, it's great.